Manchester City have a special affection for the FA Cup. It was their breakthrough trophy 2 seasons ago. Today it is a family affair for Sergio Agüero. Manchester City's manager Roberto Mancini won the Coppa Italia 10 times as both manager and player. Neil Warnock has never been further than the last 4. And 40 years since Leeds last played in the final. Peter Lorimer there, denied so spectacularly by Jim Montgomery as they lost to Sunderland. A trans-Pennine confrontation. Leeds used to be what Manchester City are now. The Pennines playing a significant part in the geography of the 5th round of the Cup. El Diouf has played on both sides of them. Yaya Toure. Tevez. Yaya Toure! There's a hunger and a desire about Manchester City. Already clearly evident. They're 1 up in 5 minutes.
Well, the big fella looked so heavy leg last week when he got back from the African Cup of Nations. I don't think, and I don't remember him seeing him in the box at St Mary's, but this is where he does his damage. Lovely little 1-2s with Tevez and Silva. Little pop passes, neat and tidy. Lovely ball back from Carlos Tevez there, and real composure. Just what you'd expect from Yaya Toure, and that's where you want this fella.
First appearance in the FA Cup since he bagged the winner in the final of 2011.
Oh, a super flick from Tevez, who was missing last week. Had some personal issues to deal with. And all Leeds could have hoped for here was that Yaya Toure was going to panic, but I don't think any of us ever believed he would.
A sense from the opening 13 minutes that Leeds have happened upon Manchester City on a day when the reigning league champions mean business. Agüero. Well, he felt he was hampered. Mark Clattenburg's given a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness to Agüero here, he tries, and I think Mark Clattenburg's going to book the player. He tries to stay and make the shot. He makes an effort. And I think there's just enough. It's of the soft variety, but he's got the arm on the arm, and he definitely pulls him back a little bit.
It's going to be Sergio Agüero. 3 goals from the penalty spot this season. Michael Brown indulging in a bit of gamesmanship, suggesting the ball isn't on the spot. And just to please him, Agüero will re-spot it. It's been a flying start from Manchester City. And they lead 2-0 now. Awful at Southampton. Here today so far, awesome.
I think it was something that Darryl asked in his interview to Neil Warnock about, beware of the wounded animal, and are they going to be today? And I think the answer is they certainly want to put last week's nightmare behind them. And again, here as he cuts inside, I think it's difficult to tell. I think it's of the soft variety. This is how the referee saw it. The arm's definite. There's a little tug on the right arm there. It's not much, but it's just enough, I think. But I think Leeds will see it as soft. But I don't think Agüero's a player to stop in his tracks. If he thinks there's a way of getting a strike away, he definitely felt something there.
Agüero. Back from Silva. Sergio Agüero. Tevez on the line. All the more painful for Neil Warnock. His nemesis returns to haunt him. A player who he still holds in part responsible for his Sheffield United team's relegation.
Well, it's all about the little 1-2s as it was for the first goal. He just comes inside Byram here, who loses him, just out-muscled a little bit, a little 1-2. The touch actually gets away from him, Sergio Agüero, but still manages to dig it out. This touch here is not great, because I think he's trying to set it up for himself for the strike, and then realises he's pushed himself way too wide. Tevez gambles, and it's quite a simple finish in the end. Just carved them open again, John. They're just too good, too much quality.
Of those 10 goals, 2 have now come in the FA Cup. He also scored against Watford here in round 3 when the score was also 3-0. Silva and Agüero just kissed the post on the way in. Young son Benjamin here to celebrate too.
Well, if he kept himself onside, it was tight. The crowd were frustrated here, the ball wasn't delivered in. And it's the left-sided player, the left back, keeps him on. Dead on line, times his run perfectly. The hands go up. And there's a finish to match the ball from David Silva. And it's just damage limitation now, as it has been for, you've got to say, most of this game for Leeds. Slip-ups early on, job done.
No time for the corner. Classy and comfortable. Manchester City stride through into the last 8. It's the end of Leeds' run, which saw them knock out Tottenham along the way. Yaya Toure with the opening goal. A brace from Agüero, 1 from the penalty spot. Carlos Tevez as well. Leeds combative, but never really at it in the way they were against other Premier League teams earlier in the season, both in this and the League Cup. So the 2011 winners are through to the quarter-finals for only the 2nd time in the last 6 seasons. It maintains a sense of purpose about their campaign as they are way off the pace in the Premier League. No question from the opening stages today as to who was going to go through. James Milner victorious against his old club. Manchester City 4, Leeds United 0.